Welcome back to Juice and Java. Hundreds of people gathered on Thursday night to mourn the 8 victims of this week's New York City terror attack. The group carried candles and marched down the path where a man drove his truck into pedestrians and bikers. Small memorials have been created along the path where the truck hit victims. Mourners stopped to pay their respects along the way. Speeches were then given on Pier 25, just north of where the attack ended. We're now joined by Juice and Java's New York City correspondent, DeMentri. Nicole, what was it like finding out about this terror attack, and what was SU's New York City's response to the incident?
So finding out was pretty surreal. At first, nobody really knew what was going on. There weren't a lot of even push alerts that you get on your phone coming out at first, because people weren't sure if it might have been a road rage incident, if maybe there was a malfunction in the car. It was only later, probably about an hour after, that people were figuring out that this is a terrorist incident, and they described it as that. The SU New York City response was really top-notch. Shelley Griffin, who runs the program from Syracuse, reached out to all of us to make sure that we were all okay. We all had to either text or call or email her back. So we were all accounted for. Our director, Cheryl Brody Franklin, also came through email and was like, guys, are you okay? Please give me a call. Please check in with everyone. So everyone was really on top of it. And by 6:45, we knew that everyone was safe and sound. We were all accounted for, either where we live in New York City or New Jersey, or if we were still at work, but we were all safe and accounted for.
And Nicole, generally when we see terrorist attacks in major cities, there's an increase in security measures. What has it been like in New York City? What have, actions been taken there?
So since the terrorist attack, it was the largest terrorist attack in New York City since 9/11. There has definitely been an increase in security, whether that be on the subway system, with police officers riding the subways quite frequently or standing on the platforms. On the roads, there are a lot more police vehicles, armed police, just basically everywhere and anywhere. Tomorrow is the New York City Marathon, and all the reports around saying, and the New York City Police Department also said that it'll be the most protected and high security marathon they've ever put on. They've put up barricades, they have armed National Guard, they have police officers, basically every security precaution they can take, they are taking it. And the overall feel of the city, I would say definitely the day after, it was quiet in the city. And I remember it being quiet in the city after, or not after, but on the anniversary of 9/11 this year. I've never been in the city for the anniversary of 9/11, and it was just quiet. You would walk outside and everyone had their heads down, and we were just really standing as a city, and New York City is the strongest city in the world. And we were really just all standing together and taking a moment of silence and taking back and saying, we'll stand together and we'll stand up to this, and you can't break us down.
And before we let you go, Nicole, do you and your peers still feel safe in New York City moving forward?
I don't think any of us Newhouse New York City students are nervous to be in the city at all. It feels extremely safe to be here. I know just a couple days before the attack happened, I was actually down in that area doing an Alzheimer's walk with my family, and I felt completely fine and safe then. I think now with the extra security precautions, everyone is just on high alert, and it really is hitting home. If you see something, say something, and I think a lot of people are. And from what I've heard from my fellow peers, nobody is afraid or nervous to be in the city.
Thank you so much, Nicole, and stay safe, please. When we come back, Bella Hudenik will be in studio to talk about how she brought the rival to Syracuse.
Stay with us.